actually have the skeletal section we're gonna put into the seat today. We're back on the VTX, as you can see. It's like Groundhog Day, nothing changes here. Okay, that fits. Nice. All right, I just mounted this, well, temporarily mounted this metal frame to the actual fiberglass pan. I'm gonna bolt it, hopefully it stays together good. Now we're going to permanently mount the frame to the pan. Then we gotta go through and reinforce the back part of this fiberglass to the bottom part. And we're also gonna fiberglass this metal frame onto the original pan. We want this super, super strong. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some temporary rivets in here just to hold it in place and then test fit it again. I wanna make sure that it doesn't move or get cockeyed before we put the big rivets in there. Fingers crossed, if this works, we might be on the home stretch. What I'm gonna try to do is, I don't know if you can see inside here, this is where the outside meets the bottom pan. I'm gonna go through, clean all this foam off, and then put body filler all around the edges in there. Can you see over here? There it is. All along those edges. We'll put body filler in there. Then we're gonna go in fiberglass on top of that. What that will do is give us kind of like a radius. If you have a really sharp area, you get air trapped in there and it's kind of tough. So if I put a little bit of body filler and make the radius, we could actually go through and put the fiberglass in there a little better. But before we do that, who wants to pop a motorcycle seat pan out of the mold? Let's try it. Well, that's embarrassing. It's not popping out as easy as you normally do. I actually somehow fiberglass laid over the sides. Left a little bit of a rough edge around there. These guys usually pop right off. But there we have it. Now we gotta trim that bad boy up. Okay, so this, just like everything else on this thing, is not going as planned, but it's radius, it looks a lot better. It'll help us to be able to put the fiberglass in there a lot stronger. I am going to fiberglass this up, and then while it's drying, we're gonna go jump over and work on the seat for this bike and try to get it patterned out. We're also gonna do a how-to video on patterning. It's gonna be a basic how-to video, but it will show patterning. All right, so you can see by radiusing the body filler, I was able to get the fiberglass in there pretty good. Made a little bit of a mess, but gotta clean it up a little bit, but at least we got it in there. All right, the seat is pretty much rough foamed up. Well, actually rough foamed, it's almost final foamed. Make a few small adjustments and then get ready to make a pattern. Now we're gonna go shoot the how-to video, how to pattern a seat. So we're gonna do a double video, this video plus that video. How's it going? Today we're gonna do a little how-to pattern video. There's a lot to know about patterning, and this is just gonna be a Don't even ask. Do not even ask. I lowered the sides an inch because I'm planning on putting a soft foam on the top for her armrest. I think what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna fiberglass this whole inside as one big piece, and then we're going to have this step down and be an armrest, the same thing on that side. And then we'll put a pad up here for her backrest, and then we'll upholster everything. So now I got a fiberglass. All right, so now we're just rolling out the air bubbles. Tomorrow we will trim it when it dries out. Lots of air bubbles. And then bond it together. It's been overnight, the fiberglass is dry. We're just gonna trim it, pop it, bond it, and then get the foam in it. As you can see here, I bonded it together. I used a very slow drying filler, so it's still pretty wet. This takes about 45 minutes to really lock up, and it just gives me enough time to actually put it around the whole piece, bond it, and make sure that it oozes out. While that's drying, I'm just gonna take the time to go through the bottom of this and put a few heavy rivets in where the mounting points are gonna be. Just wanna have this riveted right in there so it's strong. We are pretty much ready for our final fit. If this fits on the bike and bolts on, we're gonna be able to move to foaming it and making it look good. So fingers crossed. Here we go, the moment of truth. It is on. I have to do a few minor tweaks, but it's better than I thought it would be. Fits inside the seat fairly well. I'm gonna have to trim a little bit here. We'll have to foam it, but we could actually move on to foaming.